are turned on in there, those are quickly going to go away. I assume that room's going to be filled with furniture with people in it pretty soon, because now the websites have really come a long way. I remember when that transition first started happening, you could go to one website and it was fantastic. It was just like you're opening the catalog, and there was pictures and there was cut sheets and it was great. Then you go to another one and it was like a bill of material builder. You know, it was really meant for a contractor. It wasn't meant for an engineer, and it made it really difficult to find information. So then you ended up picking up the phone and calling the rep and saying, I've been on your website for 15 minutes, I still can't find that fixture, can you help me out, you know? And so, but I think that's really, I think that feedback's probably gotten through multiple levels now, and most manufacturers that I deal with now have fantastic websites that it doesn't take long at all to be able to find the information we're looking for, and we're always looking for those PDF cut sheets and being able to either print those out or put them in a nice book or something like that to show clients. The Revit tools have been really fantastic. Now that I've gotten into some of the low voltage side of things, the most recent one I've downloaded was from Axis Cameras, that they made a Revit camera layout tool, which was just extremely helpful. I know a lot of the light fixture manufacturers and the switchgear manufacturers are starting to make their products in Revit and the ability to see it in 3D. And the only caution I would say, which I'm sure you'll hear as well, is don't put too much detail into those files. Because what we found is a lot of the companies are taking their machine tooling files and turning them into a Revit family, which means you could zoom in and literally see a screw head and see every little nut and bolt on the thing, and that makes the files huge and makes us not want to use them. What we really need is, if we want it to look right from plan view and elevation view, be the correct physical size, then we're good. You know, and we can make the attachments and for the circuits and that kind of thing ourselves, but it's not as important to get it down to that minutia detail, because if we did that and used those throughout the project, it would just make our file sizes so big. And I've made that comment to a lot of different manufacturers that have asked about their Revit tools. And, you know, even I'll pick on Mark, the Panduit started that way one time. We put a 2-post rack in there, and it was perfect, but it was literally down to the screw head that we could see, and that was too much detail. So those Revit tools are extremely important, and I think, and these guys will probably back me up, that Revit is becoming the de facto design standard for us. We as a firm will use Revit unless specific reasons not to. You know, client asks us, or there's a compelling reason. It's already, the existing stuff's already in AutoCAD or something. But we want to work in Revit, we want to work in BIM, and we're always trying to find ways that we can use those tools that you guys make available to make us more efficient. And some of those tools really make us look good too. That Axis camera layout tool, really, I used it and actually printed it out in color for the client, and it just, you know, it's one way that you guys can really make us look great, is having tools like that that make us look really like we know what we're talking about. Factory trips is another thing, and you know, it's something obviously that's fun as well, and that's the nice thing about the relationships, I guess, with the engineering community and the rep firms, is that you get to know each other a little personally and be able to get to travel a little bit. And I would say, you know, besides just the fun and usually getting the chance to go golfing or something like that on some of these factory trips, we do get to see a lot more stuff in depth, and I will say it has made a big difference for me going to a light fixture manufacturer that I didn't maybe think